Alright, so we're going to call this an epic homestead fail and an SHTF lesson. What you're looking at here is an ex potato plant. What's that old the parrot sketch Monty Python used to do? That, sir, is an ex parrot. This is an ex potato plant. We got 200 of these things I planted. Oh, I'm so old. And I did everything right. Well, you know, I measured them all out. I put strings. I was just all perfect. Mariah cut them up, and we planted 200 potato plants. And that's about what they all look like. We had a few extras, and I threw whatever seed was left down in the compost pile because we already had planted 200. Because the ones I threw in the compost pile, they're growing great. That's right. They're doing fine. Okay, and you see how those did. I'm not sure what to say here. We knew potatoes don't work for us. We usually call them half-canicus taterificus, but we're not calling them half-cans right now because they failed and our friend half-can would never fail us. So we won't call them half-canicus taterificus until we figure out a way to do them right. We've tried to do our potatoes. We've done potatoes. I think that was the first major crop we put in was the potatoes. And they came up and died. And we've done it every year and they came up and they died. And I think maybe we didn't plant any last year. Maybe we did we?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, we planted some last year. They came up.
Same thing.
They died. And I don't know why this year I thought I was going to plant 200 and they do great because we're talking about 5 years now. 5 years we've planted these Irish potatoes and they come up and they died. Can you show what the row looks like?
Mm-hmm.
The grass is just recent.
Oh no.
Alright, so obviously this is a homestead fail. I put a lot of work in up here planting these 200 potatoes, and we're not going to get even our seed out of it. It was a total waste. The SHTF lesson here, there's two lessons. There's the homestead lesson and there's the SHTF lesson. The homestead lesson here is, don't be stupid, Zach. Come on, what were you thinking, son? 5 years, never made it work once. I'm going to put in 200. Oh, look at this. Another one. What is that? Mindless optimism and brainless enthusiasm. That phrase can describe or explain away vast swaths of my life. Optimism and enthusiasm. But anyway, I did it. Here's the SHTF lesson, though. If the grid goes down, you're not planting a garden. You're not growing your food if the grid goes down. Not out of nowhere. You're not just going to say, oh yeah, I've got my seeds, you know, my emergency seeds frozen in the freezer. Let me whip them out and grow them. It's not going to happen. These are potatoes. These are like, you know, the universal crop almost. These grow everywhere. And now they grow here too now for some reason. They grow in the compost pile, but they won't grow in the soil. I don't get it. I'm so mad. We're going to have to try something new in the future. But you don't just walk out into the front yard, dig a hole, and throw something in there, and you're going to get crops out of it. This is a huge, steep learning curve. Obviously, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I got 200 dead potatoes. And you've got to start now. You've got to start now. Now, we're not really doing this. Well, we're doing this for a whole bunch of reasons. SHTF, you know, we live in a fragile culture and anything could happen. We want to go off grid no matter what happens with the culture. We want to go be food independent just for the sheer thumb in the eye of the establishment. But we've been working at this for at least 5 years now. It may be more, maybe more like 6. We've been here, what, 8? This will be our 8th summer here?
I think so.
And we didn't get started up here till a little bit later on. But I think it's been at least 5 years that we've been planting up here at the top part. And we've never got potatoes to work once until I threw the seeds away in the compost pile. And now we've got luscious, beautiful green potato plants growing. So we'll have to try some sort of container thing in the future. I don't know, like the tire planters or something. But you know, here's the deal. Fertilizer, compost, that's not easy stuff to come by in, you know, the real world, in the regular life without our massive infrastructure we have going right now. Right now I can go get truckloads of sawdust and manure and cover this place, but grid down, no, you're not going to have access to all that stuff. You're going to have to try to somehow improve your soil by yourself where you are. And if you don't know what grows in your soil, here's the thing. Those potatoes grow down there in the compost. They don't grow up here. Other people around here grow potatoes. I have no idea why they will not grow up here in this spot. You don't know maybe we've got some kind of blight in the soil. Maybe we're missing something. I don't know. But you're not going to know until you do it. So you got to get out of where you're at, get where you can plant, and start planting. I believe our favorite Viking would say, "Come out of her, my people." I don't want to go squatting on someone else's territory, but I'm going to do it. If your idea is to grow your own food, you got to start now. This is stupid. That is stupid. I'm going to try to save some of these. Mariah didn't think I should, but I've got so much work in them. We're going to come back. That's what I'm going to do this afternoon and start replanting sweet potatoes in here, which, you know, we want Irish potatoes, white potatoes. Our buddy Halfcan's from Ireland, and when he first heard us call them Irish potatoes, he thought we were being anti-Irish, I guess racist against the Irish. So he was going to come out fighting, and that might be an Irish stereotype too. I don't know, Halfcan, you'll have to tell me. But when he found out we just call them Irish potatoes to distinguish them from sweet potatoes, he calmed down, and then we officially named them after him. Where was I going with that? Well, anyway, we went to Irish potatoes. You know, potatoes are great, you know, mashed potatoes, French fries, baked potatoes. Mariah really likes them. She misses them when we don't have them. I'm pretty happy with sweet potatoes, but it would be really nice to have variety, because when you're growing your own food, you're not going to have massive amounts of variety. Not like we're used to. You know, if you're eating what you grow, you know, we can't grow avocados here, or, you know, whatever crazy stuff you want to eat, passion fruit, or I don't know. You know, if you're eating what you grow, you're limited to what can grow in your climate and you can preserve or grow in the time. So it'd be really nice to be able to have that variety. You know, the sweet potatoes are the standard we can count on, and have, you know, the Irish potato. We're going to call them half cans still anyway. Have the half cans to fall back on. Once you start calling them half cans, you can't stop. Anyway, there you go. Another homestead fail. Another lesson. I don't know if it's a lesson learned. You know, maybe it's finally a reality finally accepted. It takes me a long time to accept reality sometimes. I have now accepted the fact that I can't do potatoes this way. I've got to do something else. We're going to have to do some kind of container, and we're going to have to scale back our expectations of what we can get out of the half cans, out of the Irish potatoes. There you go, man. We appreciate you. Thank you. Look at that. I just threw those away. I threw those away just like that. I think that's a rutabaga or something. I don't know. I just threw, and they were cuts. They were just, you know, potato seedlings. They were quartered or whatever. And I got sick of planting them when I had those 200 in, and I threw what was left here in the compost pile. And the damn things are growing like gangbusters. That just drives me crazy. Not really. I mean, I'm glad they're doing it. We'll get a few of them out of there. We probably still won't get our seed back, but look at that. I don't even know what to say. What is the lesson there? The lesson is not to put in the work, right? Obviously. It's by toil that we'll get our food from the ground. There's got to be some lesson here, but I don't know what it is. Maybe the lesson is that if you do your part and put in the work, good things will happen anyway. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's got to be some lesson, though. I can't allow this to be random. It's just too not discouraging. I'm not discouraged. I rarely get discouraged. It's too funny. What's not funny? There's a word I'm looking for and I don't have it. Whatever that word is, it's two of it. Ironic? Would this be irony? This could be irony. You know, I did all the work up there, and the ones I threw out, and they all died, and the ones I just threw away grew up and looked great. That may be irony, but I'm never sure. You know, you get irony. Anyway, there you go. We'll call it irony for now. The irony of the potatoes.